This lesson will be an introduction to the concept of limits. So first, I'll give a very rough definition of what a limit is. The limit of a function f of x as x approaches a certain number a is the value that f of x approaches as x approaches a. And we write this out symbolically as limit as x approaches a, f of x. So I'll give an example to make this more concrete. Let's say we have some sort of a curve here, and we have the point x equals a right there. And at this point, x equals a, the y value takes on b. So really we just have a point a, b here. Then we can say that the limit as x approaches a of f of x, where f of x is this curve that I've drawn here, that equals b, because as x approaches a, then f of x approaches b. In some cases, the limit can be very useful, because sometimes f of x does not exist, but the limit as x approaches that point does exist. I'll give an example. So let's say I have an f of x that looks like x plus 1, except that it has a gap at x equals 1. So where there should be the point 1, 2, it actually does not exist. But instead, what we can say is that the limit as x approaches 1 of f of x equals 2. So as x approaches 1, then f of x approaches 2, even though we cannot say that f of 1 equals 2, because that wouldn't be true. In fact, f of 1 does not exist. Sometimes we can have curves that are discontinuous. So it may be something that looks like this, and then it jumps and continues on here. Then at this point, a, if you're coming from the right, which is from this direction, you'll be following this curve. Let's say that this point is b, then what you have is the limit as x approaches a from the right of f of x equals b. Notice that I've written a little plus sign here. That means that I'm taking the limit from the right. And now we can do the same thing from the left. So if I approach a from the left, then what I can say is that the limit as x approaches a from the left of f of x equals c, where c is this point right here. And notice that I've drawn a minus sign in this case, and so the minus sign indicates that I'm approaching from the left. If we have a case where the limit approaching from the right does not equal the limit approaching from the left, then we say that our general limit does not exist. And I'll use DNE to stand for does not exist.